Hey everyone, welcome to Pretty Privilege. I'm Tenamane and welcome to today's episode, Safe versus Survival List. I was excited to do this video today because a few days ago I was put into a certain situation that forced me to have to be in my survival mode, and it didn't feel good, honestly. When people are put in a mode of vibration of needing to survive, it manifests as really icky feelings. It's worry, it's stress, it's disgust, and your whole body, your mind, and your soul begins to feel as if it's going to be harmed or it's going to get ready for some type of hit. With me, I was actually just going to empty the trash, coming back to my car, and for some reason this guy was on his bike. I locked the doors and he was knocking on my passenger side back window. I've never seen this guy in my life, you guys, and this put me in a survival mode because I don't know if this guy was armed or not. I don't know what this guy wanted. I've never seen him in my life, and I know I shouldn't have done this, but I rolled down my passenger side window. It was just me, like maybe 2 inches, and I said, "What?" And he was like, "You have a daughter, right? You have a daughter? Oh, you're so beautiful," and all of this weird stuff. And I just rolled up the window, started the car, and as I was about to leave, he pulled out a meth pipe and he started to smoke it. He was like, his whole aura was just ick, and I called the cops. I let the cops know, and I also let HOA know that they need to fix the gate where we live. When you're put into survival mode, you don't know the outcome of what's going to happen versus when you're in safe mode. When you're feeling safe, you feel protected, you feel provided for, you feel comfort and ease. Your body is not in a state of feeling harmed. You just feel warm, gentle, and whether you're a man or a woman, being in safe mode, it gives you the allowance to flourish, to prosper, versus when you're in survival mode. What is safe versus survival list? Safe versus survival list is a helpful exercise that anyone can do. It's a solo exercise, and it's used to navigate how you're functioning in your day-to-day lives. You write down your feelings and emotions, and I'm going to be asking these 2 questions from you, that when you're in your survival mode, what are ways you can implement to feeling and or being less in survival mode? When you're in your safe mode, in what ways can you implement continuity in feeling safe? This exercise is just meant to help you understand you more better. I've been doing it now for the past couple of days, and I've just really been dissecting and taking time away towards navigating what makes me feel put in survival mode versus safe mode. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to do this exercise together. I'm going to give you some examples. You can do them at home. Everybody is different. No answer is right or wrong. But like I said, it's just a way to where you can learn more about yourself. So I really hope that you guys enjoy and stay with me. Bye.
Hello everyone. Okay, so for the safe versus survival list, what you're gonna need is a paper and a pencil. Now, what you're gonna go ahead and do is you're gonna get the paper, you're gonna fold it either hot dog or hamburger, whichever way you prefer. I folded it hot dog way. And on one side, you're going to write safe. Don't worry about any of this right now, but on one side, you're gonna write safe. On the other side, you are going to write survival. After that, you're gonna write number 1, and under that, you're gonna write AB, 2AB, 3AB. Survival, you're gonna do the same, 1AB, 2AB, and 3AB. Now, as you guys can see, I've already started to write some information on here that's a part of the exercise. Let me go over it with you so that you guys will know what to do by yourself. So, feeling safe, when somebody is in a safe mode, a safe haven, when they're feeling protected for, provided for, when they're feeling comfortable, when they feel as if they don't have to be in survival mode, they're not in fight, flight, or freeze, we flourish as people. What three things, it could also be a person, but what three, let's stick to three things make us feel safe. I'm trying to not use the word things, but for this video, let me just say thing. So number one, I wrote money. Number two, I wrote home. And number three, I wrote daughter, my daughter. So feeling safe, money has to do with that. When somebody has money, they're not worried about finances. They're not worried about where their next meal is going to be coming from. They're not worried about gas that they, have to put inside of their car. They feel fine. We feel fine. The question is, if you're functioning from a place of safe mode, in what ways can you implement continuity in feeling safe? What do you have to do in order for you to feel safe? Aside from having money, okay, I get that. But money comes from what? This is the answer right here. Getting a job. Whatever it is that you do, however it is that you are generating money, that money will always at least be able to make you feel safe because it's coming in. B, learning about money, learning how to generate money, learning about savings and checkings, Roth IRAs, learning about stocks and bonds. As you grow to learn more about money because you're continuously generating it, this is what makes you feel safe and what maintains that safety net within your life. Number two, my home. My home makes me feel safe because I have security cameras. I don't have any major projects that I'm working on. The pipes are working, refrigerator is fine, washer and dryer is, doing fine. I don't have to fix anything. It's a place where I can just come home and feel at ease. However, if in the event something were to happen, what do I have to do to implement continuity in feeling safe? I have to have home insurance. Not saying that I want anything to happen, but the home insurance is just for safety. If something were to break down or whatnot, I would at least like to know that the money that I'm putting in to my home from the home insurance will continue to make me feel safe. If a person makes you feel safe, with my daughter, she makes me feel safe. I love when I'm with her. This could be a significant other, your grandma or grandpa, mother, father, or even your kids. In what ways can you implement continuity when feeling safe with them? Why is it important in order for them to feel safe when they're with you? With my daughter, I maintain our relationship by positive reinforcement, positive communication, and also by investing in her future. I take her to gymnastics. I take her to private reading and math classes on a weekly basis. All of that does make me feel more safe in a way, to where I know that at least she's getting a good education. Whatever happens, down the line in the future, I'm going to be able to say, okay, I did my best in what it is that I could for my daughter and for our relationship. This is what makes me feel safe, having a daughter who is educated, having a home that is up to par with home insurance, having money so that I don't have to worry about bills or whatnot. 1, 2, 3. I want you guys to write down 3 different things, or it could just be people or items, tangible items that make you feel safe. On the other side, with survival, what puts you in this mindset? What puts you in this vibrational frequency of survival? Harm, for me, happened a few days ago, like I told you, where there was this really weird person. I didn't know if he had anything on him. He just gave me this ick feeling. It put me in survival mode. Now the question is, if you are functioning from a place of survival mode, what are ways you can implement to feeling and or being less in survival mode? Now, we don't know what's going to happen right when we step out this door, right? But the fact of the matter is that if we can at least have some type of form of protection, or I guess just maybe even somebody with us, or your cell phone, so you can call 911. What can make you feel less in survival mode? With me, I'm gonna write pepper spray. And B, I'm going to write, what else can make me feel less in survival mode? Pepper spray. I also have hornet spray inside of my car, you guys, because I was just so paranoid. And knife for self-defense. Okay. I put pepper spray and knife for self-defense. Number 2, number 3, you guys go ahead. You get the whole breakdown of what safe versus survival list is about. And the reason why I went ahead and created this, I was thinking about it. I said, well, why is it important? Safe versus survival list allows us to reflect and redirect our energy towards ourselves. It enables us to want to do better by understanding certain feelings and emotions we may not always be aware of on a day-to-day basis. So with my survival mode, it really made me feel as if I had to fight in that certain predicament, that I was in this mode. Had I had pepper spray or a knife for self-defense, or even if I knew how to defend myself, like, tactics or MMA and like hiya, stuff like that. But because I didn't, it spiked me at that survival mode, leaving me to feel, it made me feel sick. It made me feel hurt. It made me feel so paranoid, and I didn't like it. I know that, like I said, we never know what's going to happen to us right when we step out of this house. But if you can at least feel more safer than having be put in the survival mode, great. That's why I believe it's important, because it enables us to want to do better just by understanding our feelings and emotions. Who should participate, or are there certain types of candidates? Anyone and everyone who has been in either safe or survival mode should consider doing this exercise. I'm just holding up these so that you guys can see it, or you can just pause the video. But I believe that it is important because it will be the most useful when a certain feeling or emotion seems to overwhelm you and you're unaware on how to deal with it. Pausing and asking yourself, is this a feeling of safety or survival, starts with our process in clarity and becoming more intelligent emotionally and mentally. I believe that the long-term effectiveness, it's a positive and simple gateway task that allows you to improve yourself just by dissecting, what makes you feel safe and how can you continue on that path and journey way of feeling safe. And when you're feeling in your survival mode, why? Why are you there? What put you there? How can you improve on that to where you don't always have to feel like you're functioning in survival or high survival mode? That doesn't make you feel good. I would love for everybody just to be in this mode, this vibrational state, the safe state. But, life throws things at us sometimes to where we have to be here in survival. And how will safe versus survival list change my life? It's not meant to change your life 100% completely, because you're meant to change your life. And it's meant to serve as a beginner-friendly solo exercise towards clearly identifying what makes you feel safe versus what makes you feel in survival mode, and how to improve on the two to live a happier life. Like I said, it just takes, a few minutes to do. Pencil, paper, or whatever type of writing device you have, an open mind, and go to work. I feel like this has helped me in navigating certain feelings and emotions that I've had. If there's more numbers that you want to add to the safety or survival, do so. If you feel yourself wanting to write down additional feelings or emotions that may be off topic, but in some way still relevant towards safety versus survival, do so. There's no right or wrong answers. And I hope that this video has served you justice and is going to be fun for you. When we know better, we do better. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching Pretty Privilege. I'm Tenemane.